Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'll be telling you about the new heatwave season and what you should expect from the new season, and what are the new some updates and changes that have actually occurred. So without further ado, let's jump right in. And first, I'm gonna introduce you to the new cars in this update and showing the max stats on the next slide. And the first of our new cars is the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ Roadster, which will be available through an Unleashed event. And this car's max stats are actually pretty well balanced. For Class A, the acceleration is fine, top speed is alright, handling and nitro is very well balanced. So this car is definitely one to go for if you have a lot of tokens and you want to spend them on a good car, and or you're a friend of this car or something, or you don't want to go for the Grand Prix. It's good to spend on this car because it looks pretty well rounded, and try to max it and get it from some Unleashed event. On to our next new car this update is the Bugatti Veyron 16.4 Grand Sport Vitesse. I showed the decal here on top right hand corner, and this car's stock stats. So at stock, we can see that the top speed is actually fairly competitive, and that is considering its position in Class S, which is actually around mid-class S, so it's pretty fast for mid-class S in my opinion. Acceleration could be improved. Handling and nitro is alright. And onto this car's max stats. So all of these max stats were taken from RedRacerX video. And the link to this video will be down in the description below. And yeah, and definitely go and subscribe to his channel. He has 18,000 subscribers. I only have like I don't know what. So at max, you can see that the Veyron has fairly good top speed for its position in Class S. Acceleration is definitely lacking for Class S. And the car's main downside will be handling. I'll predict that it will be handling. And that will cost it in multiplayer, because in Asphalt 8, it feels a bit hard to drift and handle. It feels a bit heavy. So this car can potentially cause you to crash if you're not careful, but we have to see if it's different, because the Bentley Continental GT3 in Asphalt 8 is as bold as heck, but in Asphalt 9 it's very, very light. So the handling we have to see, and this is a fairly well-rounded car for its position in Class S, and it's definitely worth getting it through its special event. Onto the next of our new cars is the Pagani Zonda HB Beretta, the first of our two Grand Prix cars, with the decal on the top right hand corner as usual and the stock stats in the middle. So we can see that this car at stock is pretty alright, pretty well rounded as I would say. But for its max stats, for A class, the speed may be a bit lacking. Not really sure about that, but the speed is alright. I think the main downside to it in Class A would be its acceleration. It's a bit slow because it's just below 80, but it's still slow. And the biggest advantage of this car will definitely be its handling and nitro. So it's a bit like the Huawei BC. The next of our new cars is the Lamborghini SC20. No idea why the dev team put two images, like where's the decal of this? Well, I think you just saw the decal. Oh, okay, it's on the top right hand corner. We don't have the stock stats, which is pretty funny. I forgot to take it out or something. I don't know. But for the max stats, this car is pretty well rounded. Mentioning the Lamborghini SC20's max stats, very well rounded car. The top speed is pretty good for Class A at 370. Acceleration is definitely okay as well. And this car is just well rounded overall, and its biggest advantage might be speed, because it's actually pretty fast for Class A. The rest is alright and pretty well rounded and very good as well. Onto the next of our new cars, the Aston Martin V12 Speedster from Class C. Many YouTubers have predicted this car to be an awful car, and if we look at the max stats, right, we can see that it kind of is uh not really sure about it because its acceleration is actually pretty good for Class C. It's around the it's something like the Acura, but only 4 points slower. Um, at max, comparing at max, but I think its speed is a bit slow. Not really sure about that, but I think wait, no, I wait. Let me think about it. I think its main downside is its handling, but I think this is okay car overall, not a king in multiplayer or something. I don't think so, but definitely good if you max it because the stock stats look pretty bad. Onto our next of our new cars, this will be the Legend Pass car of this season, the McLaren Alpha. Stock stats here and the decal on the top right hand corner. It's actually a pretty nice decal, by the way. This is the max stats of the McLaren Alpha. Top speed is for its range in class uh B is the new first legendary blueprint car in class B, replacing the F12 TDS. Um, for its positioning in class B, let's talk about stats first, right? Its acceleration is pretty good. Top's handling is it looks good. Nitro is also fairly decent, but the main problem with it is I find that it's a bit slow. Or is it? I'm not really sure, but I feel like for its position in class, uh, B, it's a bit slow on some parts, but I think that should be manageable enough. And the last of our new cars, the Hennessy Fan F5. I'm sure you've seen this car already with its stock stats. And it's the new fastest car of the game, replacing the Koenigsegg Jesko. And like the Tuatara and Jesko, this car is good top speed, but bad everything else. However, this car will be in a special event which will require the Legend Pass. That's what it said. But I'm gonna assume that it's gonna require the McLaren Alpha to start. I think that's what it means. But more importantly, what is the max stats for this car? Because you want to know whether it's worth going for, right? Um, Let me review something first. It's the new highest ranked car in the entire game. The Bugatti it smashes the Bugatti Lavoccia Noah's max rank of 5041. This car is 5126, and of course top speed is very good. Acceleration, comparing it to the Jesko and the Tuatara, it is excellent, but in Class S it is not good at all. And of course, main downsides will be handling and nitro. So this car will be a top speed oriented car and most probably only do well on Himalayas or stuff like that. We'll have to see the test drive when the special event comes around. You can check out test drives on YouTube. And for a new track on Auckland, which you can actually try, I actually prepared these before I initiated the download, so I'm sorry. And there's actually a little glitch here in this picture if you can see my mouse cursor right here. I know you can't see what's on it, but let us just read the stuff first. So the new track is Auckland and it's inspired by an F1 track. And I can't seem to exactly uh so okay. Okay, so here you can see that there are two player force, which I think is most probably glitch or something. Hopefully it is, and yeah, hopefully they fix it or something. I haven't tried Auckland yet, so I'll really like to. Events in the season. Grand Prix events are coming your way. Fight for a chance to unlock. This is copied from the S49 webpage, by the way. Fight for a chance to unlock the Pagani Zonda HV Beretta or the Lamborghini SC20 cars in the Grand Prix events. Additionally, take part in an epic pre-event featuring the Porsche 911 GT3 RS. Take part in the special events for a chance to unlock new fantastic cars, the Hennessy Fan F5 and the Bugatti Veyron 16.4 Grand Sport Vitesse, the two new S-Class cars. New car hunts. Race for chance to unlock the Aston Martin V12 Speedster. Also get ready to compete for the Acura NSX GT3 Evo and the Ford GT Mark II. You'll be able to win the key if you max these cars in the events, which I think will be quite impossible. Unleash events. This time around, you have the chance to participate in the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ Roadster event. Last but not least, we'll be celebrating Asphalt 9's 3rd anniversary with a Burst of Speed event and social media contests. Stay tuned. And I'd like to just introduce the types of Grand Prix which happen in Asphalt 9. The regular Grand Prix will be featuring a new car and will give you a chance to unlock it by winning the key. And Elite Grand Prix will be the return of an existing car in the game. Honestly, I like the functioning of the Elite Prix to return to be introduced to Grand Prix like a regulated car for the entire the Grand Prix, because I don't really like it when people start their car a bit more and have an advantage over everyone else. I don't really like it, so I hope they will fix it soon. And an epic pre will be an exciting chance to win epic parts, import parts of an existing car in the game, and you have to own the car to participate in it. And little bug fixes: a rough terrain patch in Nevada, which is the infamous rough road in Nevada that used to slaughter vehicle has been graded and smooth, so you won't have problems there anymore. New variants of New York and Nevada has been added to the club race section selection screen, and new customization kits have been added for the Lamborghini Aventador SV Coupe. And this is the end of the Heatwave season update spoilers, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Do leave a like and subscribe if you have enjoyed this video so far, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.